go, Max, go! Let's go, Max!
You ready? Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power.
What's up, MD? This is Courtney West. We're back here for day 2 at Fit Athletic Club, shooting for MD. We're going to take you through a back workout, but in the meantime, I wanted to just give you a little rundown of how I got into the sport of figure. It's not like I picked up a magazine and decided, hey, one day I'm going to be a figure competitor. It's actually a funny story. I started out as a gymnast when I was younger, and obviously I'm 5'8", so I grew out of it, became a little bit clumsy, so I had to move on to something new. Got into cheerleading and other team sports, soccer, and finally powerlifting my senior year in high school. I always really enjoyed the team sports, but I found that I really enjoyed competing with myself and pushing myself to the limits. I've always kind of been a little bit stronger, bigger, faster than a lot of the other girls. I can remember my sophomore year in high school, my coach took us through a 1-rep max, which was really my kind of first experience in the gym lifting weights. And we set the record for the highest bench press on 1-rep max at 15 years old. 1-rep max was 135 on the bench press. So, which, to me, I didn't realize that was a big deal, but now I look back and realize that I was a little bit stronger than some of the other girls. So that's kind of where I started my my beginnings, my roots in the weight room. So through all of my experience with sports, and I began to realize that I could transform my own physique and kind of fell in love with it and started personal training. The more people I had approaching me in the gym and seeing what I was doing. And, through personal training, I realized, how much I really enjoyed helping other people achieve their goals and sharing the knowledge that, I've accumulated on my own. And, for those few, for out of a clientele, for those 10 people that don't always listen to what you say, there's always that one person that comes in and, loses 100 pounds and does everything you tell them to do. And, and it's fascinating to me because you develop such a beautiful relationship with these people and you really change their life, and there's something so rewarding about helping someone change their life for the better. So after personal training for several years, I moved from a small town, Beaumont, to the big city we call Houston, and realized that I needed to add a little bit to my resume, just being a small town and a small fish in a big pond, and so a good friend of mine, my old workout partner, Chad from Beaumont, suggested that I try competing in figure. He said I had the genetics for it, and I'm already a little bit cuckoo about everything that I do, so that it would work. And, and at first I really didn't want to push it to the next level, but then I decided, what the hey, let's do it. And I actually ended up competing in my first show and placing in top 5, which qualified me for nationals. And from there on, I fell in love with the sport. The transformation of the body is just what's really fascinated me and driven me in my career as a competitor. It's just the ability to watch your body transform and manipulate everything that you can do. So I was just telling Robbie, we were talking about my first show, and one of the biggest differences I noticed between me and the other girls is that I was so happy and ecstatic to be there, and I noticed all these other girls around me were nervous and fretting and looking at everyone else and so consumed with what everybody else looked like. And honestly, of course I wanted to do well, but I didn't really care what I was going to place or what anybody else looked like. I was so happy just to be there because it was the journey for me of getting there. And yes, I'm competitive and I always have been, but this was more or less a competition with myself, and pushing myself and seeing that, what's better for me. One of the things that I can recommend to, other people that are out there looking to compete or, as an amateur wanting to go to nationals is one of the things I did is, obviously I'm a little bit of an extremist, but if I'm going to do something, I do it 110%. So when I decided, that this is what I want to do, my advice is to seek out the people that you look up to, seek out the people that do well. And don't be scared to ask that person that you look up to, hey, could you help me? It's funny. I just emailed Erin Stern. She's kind of my shero. Just to meet her at the Health Expo a couple weekends ago here in Houston, and just asking if she had any words of wisdom to pass down from a pro to a national competitor. So, we'll see what advice she has. And speaking of people that I look up to, there's a number of females that I admire in our industry. One in particular being Monica Brandt. We all know she's been a staple in our industry for quite some time. But one of the things I really like about what she's doing now is, doing a lot of stuff out in the community and going to different gyms and kind of like a Train Monica Day, but a lot of these girls that have written for several publications, and I really like the fact that they're sharing their knowledge. That's something that I really, really enjoy. And the few younger girls that I have gotten to talk to, it was thrilling for me to sit down and see these girls with these huge aspirations. And I love helping people, and I think that successful people help other people become successful. And so anytime there's ever a question, or if anybody ever wanted to talk with me about anything, I would absolutely love the opportunity to help anyone that's wanting to compete or even just lose weight or personal training or nutrition. You can always contact me through my website, which is www.courtneybwest.com, and I'm also on Facebook too. Same thing, Facebook/Courtney B. West. Just shoot me over an email. I'd love to get back to you. So going through this back workout, I'm about 3 weeks out from USA's. I'm pretty excited and happy with where I'm at. I feel like I'm a little bit ahead of schedule according to where I was for Team Universe in 2008. So I'm just going to stay on the cardio, stay on the diet, and just kind of tighten things up a little bit. So all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with where I'm at. Reflecting back on this 12-week journey, I see that I have given 100% and really dedicated my whole summer off of school to this USA's competition. And I'm happy with where I'm at. I know that I've given it 100%. So, no matter what I place, whether I do well or not, I know that I did the best I can do. So I'm going to be happy with where I'm at. So just in conclusion, I wanted to invite all of you guys to come out and support all of our national competitors at USA's. It is in Vegas, so be a nice vacation anyways. But if you are interested in following, my progress and, throughout the rest of the competition season, I do blog a lot on my website. Again, it's Courtney B. West. That's COURTNEY. B as in boy, West as in direction. .com, and I'll be posting pictures and trying to keep everything updated as much as possible.